we'll roll a chance die. Good enough. Okay, so one group of people comes up to you and they're like, "Hey man, we're having a party over in this area. We just want to buy a whole cask from you."
Also, you cast for 1.5 gold.
I don't know. It might just be easier to like go to a tavern,
Well,
or go. Well, heck, I think I heard that down at the taverns they're selling them for $1 each.
well, I'll give it to you $1.25, and you don't have to walk to the tavern.
That seems like a pretty good deal. You can tell he's already knocked back a few. So, $1.25 and you lose a cask. So you're down to, what would that be?
15 cask.
15 and 2 pitchers.
So I'm confused. Was I supposed to roll high numbers? I thought it was gold.
So what you're saying is you were cheating. Yeah, doesn't deny it.
Okay, we're gonna go with.
I don't think that's an available option
No,
at the moment.
I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm
What
at
do you-
6 gold, and 70. 70. Yeah, 4 silver
It was 46 plus.
plus 25. Silver.
So that would be like 70.
Okay, sorry.
46 plus 25 is 71.
Okay,
So you
I
guys.
said 74. So
You were
not that
close. You were close. I was like 74 sounded wrong, but I was like, wait a second.
I did get you a calculator.
far. I can
2-digit numbers.
I can do it. I could do it if I really took the time to do it.
I was just like, okay, this is stupid. Let's just actually stop and think for a second. Only a second. That's all it takes. At any rate.
I have by far made a profit.
Oh yeah, you've made a big profit. This is kind of your specialty, though.
I'm a merchant. That's what I do. That's all people know I am as a merchant.
Yeah, this is true. It's still.
What is this sorcery?
Unfortunately, since the dwarfs, since most of the competitors that were going to take place in the
In the drinking contest again.
you hear most of the competitors that were going to take place in the can't think of the word.
Which skill? Intoxicating events?
The enthralling events.
Which skill is it under?
Got it. I remember now. I had a hard time remembering the word because it wasn't a skill. It was a name I had with you now. Since most of the competitors who are going to take place in the dungeon crawl event are unconscious and reeking of alcohol,
Pub crawl, man.
Is that a bad thing?
you're still unconscious. Actually, roll a d20 and tell you what you get. We'll see if you're unconscious.
It's not a bad thing.
19.
You're awake now.
Now he smells the grog.
Now he smells the grog.
No, grog is an actual drink.
Grog. Did somebody say grog?
Several people. 78 of them. Oh, jeez. That's funny.
I just use their lack of a desire to go other places for it.
And if you think about it, that's a reasonable debate to why to do it.
You know, you're paying a little bit more, but you don't have to walk there to get it. Buy it right here.
One more. We have one more event for today. It is the. How do I describe this? Why am I having such a hard time remembering the names I have?
This food.
There's food.
The little sad thing is I haven't sold any of the regular trade goods we started with.
It's because everybody wanted your booze. No kids could get by to get the toy swords. Okay, here's the name of the event. It's not the original one. We are now starting the event known as Thieves' Run. Also more commonly referred to as the Crucible.
Dun, dun,
Do we have to find the thieves?
Speaking to the DM who remembers your subclass.
Wouldn't we have to find thieves?
I don't know anything.
Are you insinuating something?
There's a reason it's got 2 names.
Drunkard.
It's also called the Crucible for a reason. At any rate, it is the event for thievery. The skill thievery. So, just reading something. Okay.
I like the skill thievery, but I think it's a bad connotation the way you're using
Thief thrown from the law.
There's a reason it's also got the name The Crucible. At any rate, the first event, excuse me, the first obstacle you see before you, before the accomplishments, right? You can see this. It's a locked door. It's just got a padlock on the front. Oh, God, I have burps now.
That's okay.
The announcer says, "Ready your tools." Actually, do you have a masterwork kit, or that's an important question? In your inventory.
it matter. But I don't plan on
It adds a bonus if you do. I don't remember if you grabbed them or not.
It'd be the next page, I think.
Okay, maybe it's the third page. I don't remember which one.
He has an adventurer's kit, a tent, and crossbow bolts.
Okay, then no, you don't have it. It's important because that's a modifier to your rolls. Okay, ready your tools.
Okay.
Thunk. On your mark, get set, thieve.
What are we thieving?
I walk under the door.
You can't walk under the door.
I'm sure.
Not that short.
I'm very sure.
You're not that thin.
I'm very sure.
Not that
I walk
short.
under the door.
You're not that thin or short.
He's that drunk.
He might be that drunk.
I'm that drunk. I slither under the door.
So you press your face into the wooden door.
Dunk. And then eventually the guy on the other side just opens
I
it.
use my forehead
That's a
to knock
lockpick.
the door open.
Are you seriously trying this?
Might as well.
I have to ask.
I don't have any other tools, do I?
It's assumed that you have basic thievery tools.
Lock
lockpicks
picking.
and stuff. No, masterwork thievery tools are different.
Okay, I attempt to unlock the door
Rather than
with
headbutt
my
it.
forehead.
If you seriously want to do that, we can.
No, I attempt to unlock the door.
Okay, you need to roll thievery and add your thievery modifier.
Who what?
You need to roll a d20 and add your thievery modifier.
20.
Well,
Door just slips right open.
you stick your picklock in the door, and before you can even work on it, it just opens.
It's like,
So my forehead
Oi.
works pretty good.
Yeah, better yet, actually, he makes a good point. You knock your forehead into the door, and it clicks open.
click. And the other guys are going like,
How did that work? I have a magic forehead.
I've got a forehead with the spell knock
No,
on
he's
it.
got the forehead of lockpicking.
My forehead has the spell knock on it.
3 of the others, a halfling and 2 drows.
Fucking halflings.
And 2 drows.
Enchanted on his forehead with him knocking.
He knocks on the door with his forehead. I mean, come on. At any rate, 2 of the others also manage to get the door open, but it takes them a little longer than clunk. And then the last one, Prissy High Elf.
Is this the same one about that?
Did you say
No.
Heil? What?
High Elf.
Oh.
Heil.
It's
High Elf
stuck at
and
the door,
High
can't get it open.
Ah.
Io. That's the name of the elf.
The next room, what is your passive perception?
16.
Step point out more. Okay. Yeah, you'd see it. As you enter the room, you see that the room is filled with pressure plates. You can choose to either try to navigate around them or disable them as you go across. Or
Are they in a hopscotch pattern?
they are littered throughout this hallway, and it's supposed to be disguised as the bricks in the floor. They're just randomly spaced.
You can see them.
You can see them. Well, he's been able to identify where they are, yes.
So just skip the hopscotch around one.
Hopscotch.
Let me put it this way. There are more pressure plates than brick. There are places he could try to
And
jump
my
through.
options are to
Navigate through them or disable them. Or if you can think of another solution. Thievery is what you use to disable it.
Seven
asked
up.
about the hopscotch.
They're not in a hopscotch pattern, no.
Summon a horse.
Summon a
Slap
horse.
its ass and make it run through all of the traps.
We'll wait for everyone else to try.
Yeah, can I ride on his back?
One, he's not a horse.
I'm gonna phone a friend.
That's not an option. Oh my god, it's terrible.
Ask the audience.
Can I ask the... Yeah, can I ask?
50-50. 50-50 disables half the traps.
But you don't know which half.
But you don't know which one's it.
Okay, I'm going to disable all the traps on the right and charge up the left.
Good. If you really want to do that.
Bull rush.
I would say that okay, I can either disable the trap.
Disable the traps, navigate through the traps, or something else that you can think of.
Using your horn, I'm assuming.
Those would be the two most common solutions.
There are more unorthodox
What do you think of?
missions.
Well, no, I was just thinking about having ready to do
You can't do that one. It has to be reasonable.
It's kind of like having,
He's not there.
kind of like having a druid.
I
Something
can
nature's
wait till
ally.
he comes.
That would work. He's not a druid though.
Wait till he comes.
You're gonna lose the competition, that's for sure.
I would just
Okay, I would say
All of a sudden, Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah.
Go through the wall that was broken.
There's not much room.
although it goes all against everything I believe in, I will navigate.
Okay. So if you want to describe how you're doing this, you might get a bonus or
might or might not,
might
or
might not, or penalty.
or a penalty depending on how you decide this. Blah 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 blah. Go, Gordon.
Well, how do I?
Circuit the way, you know.
I mean, are they? I
kind
can
of
see
movement
where
that
they
you-
are, right?
You could. It's not like you can. It's not like Neverwinter Nights where they glow red, but you know where they are.
Right, but I mean,
You know which ones are
It's
trapped.
up.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that hard to walk around.
So he can tell which ones are safe to step on. Yeah.
so jumping from one to the other.
That would be feasible.
I suppose acrobatics.
That is correct. So what you'll need to do then, if that's what you're doing, is you'll need to roll an acrobatics check, which is take your
Plus
D20
three.
plus acrobatics.
That's right.
What do you get?
4.
7.
Oh, 7.
It's a total of 7.
Plus the
Oh,
3.
totally.
Well, as soon as you start going, you step on the first pressure plate in the room. And yeah, kind of like that. A beanbag comes shooting out of the wall and hits you in the shoulder. Well, it's just, it can't be people here. Well, it could, but that wouldn't be a very good idea. Let's see if anybody else has
Where that
Nice. So the drow finally or the high elf rather, finally gets through that last door. Or that first door, rather. And the others are
break it
all
open.
basically got tired,
With
pulled out a
his
mace. No, got tired, pulled out a mace, and just whacked
Smack
the door.
Padlock.
The others kind of are having the same issue. So they're actually having a worse issue. They can't see the pressure plates.
They're like, oh,
They're just step, tonk.
so I'm like in the middle of this sea of pressure plates now.
You're not in the middle, you're like a little past the front. Alright.
But I'm in this sea of pressure.
You're in the pressure plate, yes. Are you applauding, Mike?
No, he's killing
Flies, yeah. Alright, so yeah, you still need to get through. How would you like to attempt to do it this time?
I go to Jordan and I buy a lot of grog.
And roll the
Doesn't
cast
work.
down the.
And I roll the casks over all the pressure.
Do you have a
plates.
cask on you?
No, I buy them from.
How?
Barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
You could just lay on the floor
I
and roll
send
down the
him a
hallway.
text message.
Don't have self.
Carrier pigeons.
He doesn't have one.
Fine, he's gonna fox it.
Okay.
You're gonna fall in.
Okay, we'll be serious.
This is why we don't get
Like,
anywhere.
this is serious.
Yeah.
But we'll be serious.
This is why our games never actually go
They're more
anywhere.
entertaining though.
Oh, I'm not saying they're less entertaining.
Okay. So, I'm like one step into the yard.
Exactly.
Step on the wrong pressure plate.
basically.
Even though I knew it was there.
Doesn't mean you can navigate it properly.
It's like, to the hallway.
So,
Brick. Pressure plate. Oh.
am I carrying anything?
Whatever you have on your inventory.
Throw your tent.
I have a tent.
From your adventure. Get them
That might be. Where's my?
You also have crossbow. I think it's third page,
Second page.
second page.
I have a tent. That might be.
It's in your adventure kit.
I don't have crap.
It's in your adventures kit.
Actually, tent does not contain the adventures.
And he doesn't have a tent.
No, he actually has tent written.
Oh, yeah, he actually has a tent. Legitimate tent.
I need 20
Page
bolts.
20. And then walk across them.
My God.
Dun, 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 dun.
Would that feasibly work in real life?
Not, but this isn't real life.
No, it's not. But there's no magic. You don't have magic crossbow bolts of sturdiness or anything.
What he could do is roll up in a ball
and
just roll
I
down the
can
hall.
roll myself up in the tent and then roll across.
Solve the solution of being hit. Pad yourself.
This is terrible.
He's somewhat drunk still.
This is just really
The fact that he's made it this far.
Well, you gotta be creative, right?
It's creative, alright. It's not wise, but it's creative.
Alright, we'll take
I
the...
mean, his wisdom is only 12.
Well, heck, if he wanted to set up.
Yeah, my
the-
wisdom is only 12. I mean, I'm not that bright.
Oh God, this is.
You're just a little above
You could drink
average.
it.
Yeah.
What's an adventurous kit?
It has food.
It's got like basically everything you need.
It also has a rope.
It does have 50 feet of rope. And you do
So
have
I
crossbow.
could throw the food out there to see if it would trip the...
But you know which ones are active.
Just trigger
Yeah,
the
but
rope.
obviously I can't miss them because I didn't miss it on the last throw.
Just because you can tell where they are doesn't mean you're not clumsy.
He's a clumsy
Exactly,
wolf.
but if I ever threw stuff out there, it would trip them, and then I wouldn't trip them
What?
again.
How long is the hole in it?
It's not too terribly long. Probably
What
10 feet.
if you took your tent, tied it to the end of the rope, throw the tent 10 feet, and drag it back over everything and walk?
Oh my God, that's
Well, that was
really
my whole
creative.
intention, is trip the things ahead of me, because I'm not
really creative.
I'm too clumsy to...
Yeah, just use the tent instead of that. But use
That's
the
what I was thinking, if I could throw my food out on the,
Just throw the tent inside
on
you.
the things ahead of me.
Jordan, that idea is really creative. The food's kind of like, I mean, think about it. Would bread trigger a pressure plate? It could, I suppose, if it
I
sounds.
mean, you could throw your whole pack if you prefer.
I have crossbows, I could shoot them at the...
Tink. Tink, tink.
Okay,
Just do the tent.
somebody give me another grog.
That'll be 5 silver.
7 silver.
7 silver.
I'll pay you back later. So, I'm sitting on this because I'm so clumsy.
You made it to the first safe one while getting pelted.
Since you don't seem to like my other ideas. Okay.
Some of them aren't practical. Stick together your 20 crossbow bolts to act as a bridge. That doesn't
That was
work.
just funny.
It was funny.
I have a rope. I could make them into a bridge.
You could. There you go.
Ow!
Are they steel?
Crossbow bolts? No. They're wooden with a steel tip.
We can make wood bridges.
I'm aware, but how would you make a bridge out of rope and a crossbow?
50 feet of rope.
The question stands.
I could untwine the rope
Okay.
and use the individual strands
Okay, let me
to
put it. Let me
tie
tell you this.
the arrows together.
The time it would
bolts
take you to
together.
do this, even if whether or
You
not
didn't tell me there was a time limit,
you are in a competition against
You are
4
racing.
other people,
but you didn't say there was a time limit.
you would still lose.
The
I
time
mean, you said
limit.
it was
the-
competition,
I
but it
wasn't-
could take 4 years. Who cares?
The time it would take you to do this would cause you to place last,
Why?
because the others would be through it by now.
Unless they knock themselves unconscious.
So it's the first person to get
Well, it's kind of like on a race, you know, first, second, third,
Oh,
etc.
you
You also don't have common sense.
Sorry.
So he also doesn't appear to have common sense.
Clearly. He has uncommon sense and dollars.
Okay. Hell with it, I'll just run.
Well, I'm gonna need you to roll endurance.
Dun 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 dun.
What's that?
It's endurance. It's
Yeah, but
skills.
No, I mean, what?
Oh, it takes.
D20.
All skills are a d20 plus your skill modifier. Preferably on the table. Way to go.
20.
Well, you don't even feel the dozens
It's a
upon
23 if you
dozens.
count the cost.
I know, it doesn't count. You don't even feel the dozens upon dozens of beanbags pelting into your body.
The other guys are like,
Just look at you. You're completing an obstacle course designed for thievery and, very dexterous movements by running through the obstacles by brute force.
Well, it didn't work the other way.
he's also
Well, I'm not saying it doesn't work.
he's also drunk.
I tried the other way and it
Okay.
didn't work.
You opened a locked door by headbutting it. You ran through an obstacle course of traps by just running through it. I don't even know what to think of this.
If he wins, he still wins.
If he wins, he wins. The other guys are just kind of dumbstruck. Oh, God.
They're losing focus.
They're losing focus. So let's see. Yeah, they all get pelted again. Because they're so distracted watching this dwarf just...
You would be
Now I
better.
imagine a high-speed dwarf.
They're great at sprinting. That's
Hey,
the great one.
grog is a good thing.
Grog is a good painkiller. Oh, that's what it is.
Grog is a
The
good
secret reserve in his liver kicks in, and the rot gut from last night starts seeping out of the secret liver reserve.
I have a friend who we were helping him clean out a basement after it flooded, and then to rip out all the tile and carpet and stuff. He got done at the end of the day. He's like, "Whiskey's the best aspirin."
Okay.
Grog is a good thing.
It's really, like, I don't even know what to think of that.
He rolls a natural 20 when he needs to.
Unfortunately, that was all there was for the event. It was that one was supposed to be hard to beat, but you just...
Wow. Blew it away, sir.
To be fair, my idea would have pretty much messed it up too.
Except, of course, for the fact that they were reloading.
Oh well, then just keep doing it. Wait for him to fire and run.
Well, they'd keep reloading. Well, you said they were reloading.
The traps would reload after firing.
Oh, that's
Well,
dumb.
they'd keep reloading.
He's already missed.
For dragging them. Well, not
For the 10th
for the
one.
10th idea. You drag it, trigger them all, and then they just be ready for it again.
Oh, you said it to reload after I said that. I didn't know.
Actually, no, it was already an idea.
But how
I was
else would they
thinking Skyrim
re-trigger when
cards.
everyone else behind you steps on them?
Because you have your own different hallways with walls of force separating so you can cheat. Oh,
But that's what the re-triggering is for.
And as you step out into the darkness of night,
The applaud of all the people on the other
the
side.
dumbstruck look of everyone just kind of...
The dwarf wins!
The dwarf, I think he wins? I'm not sure about the rulings
I walk
on
over
this.
to him.
Scaly butt.
I walk over to Scaly and go buy some grog and walk over and hand it to him.
7 silver for the picture of grog.
Well, I do get a picture.
I'm down another picture.
Yep. So you're at, what was it, 15 and 1?
15 and...
Let's see,
And Patrick's lost 7 silver.
which is probably bad.
I'm surprised Patrick didn't try to negotiate it at all. Just like, okay. Shh.
He's got to help that dwarf feel better.
After being pelted.
The dwarf then gets to the end and realizes, ow!
Yeah. As he steps out to the sort of applause of the audience,
Are you talking to me?
he suddenly realizes that actually really hurt.
And then I show up with the grog.
Not anymore.
Downed.
Just gone.
This drink, I like it. Another.
As the announcer comes on, it's like, I'm not sure. Can we get a ruling on this?
The judges are like, no one's ever done it before.
No one's ever done that before. They quickly whisper in hushed tones to each other. And the announcer comes back and says, Well, by the ruling of the judges, since he was the first one to come out of the contest, he is the first place winner.